Hey, see the geekers, it's your boy Glenn Malone coming to get another video. Yes, it is the show. It's all the MCU or not show where we spend time with you.
The entire fucking.
Oh, I got rid of that. I'm not cussing, but when we actually get a chance to talk to you about all the latest news that's happening in Marvel. Today is a fantastic show. Marvel news as well. Today's fantastic show. We're gonna talk about Hawkeye, season 1, episode 4. We're gonna talk about a little bit of Venom and Morbius and connecting the worlds. Is that really going to happen? Then we also have some Spider-Man news that we're going to break down too as well with you guys, with the whole plethora of other things too as well. So you definitely want to stay tuned for the show. So grab your popcorn, grab your favorite Marvel shirt, grab whatever you actually like that you enjoy when it comes to Marvel. And you want to stay tuned for the show right now.
Complete nerve authority.
I have to say that was a pretty good introduction. I haven't done one that clean in a very long time. In a very, very long time. Man, it sounded like he just thumped somebody in the head. you know how Three Stooges when they go but I thought for the Three Stooges fans out there, I'm one of those guys that enjoy Three Stooges. But anyways, when I talk about Three Stooges, we are actually in it's the MCU or not, it's all the MCU or not show tonight, where we're going to talk about all the latest Marvel news right here in the show. I have my co-host with me today, which is I'm missing one. Big shout out to him, but I want to introduce my co-host with me too. So you're right, my left, my main man actually sitting down and co-host with me with Lights, Camera, Action. We've done 4 episodes. You gotta get that 5th one in the bag.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
But my main man Cam, what's happening?
What's cracking, y'all? What's cracking? I'm happy to be back here. Like my man Glenn said, we got a lot for y'all today. So as T.O. said, get your popcorn ready because it's gonna be a show.
Or get your dispenser stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you out there that's watching the show that got a dispenser, go get that too, right?
Shout out to my people in California and Colorado. So get your dispensary stuff or get your popcorn ready, and then let's enjoy the show.
Man, I've never had no popcorn stuff, cannabis before. Have you had popcorn cannabis before?
Nah, I never tried that. I've seen it, but I never.
Listen, I don't even know if it's actually possible. I've never even seen it. Anyways, but below me, I got my main man, JW, aka Jonathan Spain. He actually hangs out with us on this show as well as DCNA All Access. Can't talk today. He actually helps out with that too, as well as he comes in and hangs out with us on Lights, Camera, Action to release Tuesday. What's up, Jonathan? What's happening? Or JW, what's happening?
Hey there. Hey, everybody. How are y'all?
Doing well. How are you been, man? What you been up to, man? I ain't talked to you since last week.
I've been great. Nothing new here, really.
Can't wait till after this week, right? Next week, you got 2 weeks off, don't you?
Been playing some Pokemon Diamond.
Pokemon Diamond. You know, in the anime show, we talked about Ash versus Ash. You know, they're gonna do the whole multiverse in
in the Pokemon. I saw that.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, I thought that was ridiculous. I don't want to see Ash versus Ash.
I wish they'd done Red.
That's what a lot of people say too. They should have actually done Red or something like that in the process. But yeah, so you know, let's get on into the show. You know, big shout out to Tony's watching Small People Wrestling. Right? I don't necessarily know if I should use that word technically, but
you did. No, you used the politically correct term.
Yeah,
Small People Wrestling, the good one.
Yeah. You know, I don't know about the Small People Wrestling thing, but hey, listen, it's Tony. What he do? You know what I'm saying? We let it ride the way he let it ride, right? But let's get on into the show. We have a lot of different things we want to talk about today. First of all, we're going to break down the latest episode of Hawkeye. It's episode 4. I can't remember what the title is. Anybody remember what the title is?
Partners, or We Are Not Partners, or something like that.
We Are Not Partners. Listen. Yeah. All right, so we're going to break this down. How we break this down, you already know. We talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. My main Cam and Mike spend time and break down the extra episodes as well with the after show. And so, Partners, am I right? Right? That's the name of it, right? Mm-hmm. So they break down the show a little bit more. So we actually going to go in and actually just talk about some brief information. I should have just did a top 10 like I normally do, or top 5 moments.
We can
break
do
the
that
episode
too.
down, right? We'll break the episode down. You know, our good, the bad, the ugly. forward and see what's what. So let's start off with the ugly. JW, what did you think about this episode, bro?
I don't know. I didn't really see anything ugly about this episode. I really
I
actually liked this episode.
I have to agree with you on that one, sir. I thought this episode was very clean, very crisp. This episode was very emotional. Like it was very.
This was my favorite episode yet.
I have to agree with you on that one too. Ding, ding, ding. I agree with you on that too.
I think this is the first time that we all collectively agree on something.
Well, Tony's not here yet. So.
There you go. He said the word. Tony's not here yet. There you go.
Well, I was saying all as in everybody that's on the show at once.
Correct.
I know if Tony would probably be like, hey, it was horrible. I thought it was trash. I just need to hurry up and get it over with.
The storyline was bad. The action was blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, bro.
Say about it, man.
The last 3 episodes, me and him pretty well hit even. I ain't gonna lie, but this one, I don't know. I like this one.
Good. I'm with you, man. 100%. I think that you hit that on the head when it comes to, not really have anything ugly about it. What do you think, there, Cam? What's ugly out there for you?
There was ugly. I mean, I feel like if I said ugly, I'd be nitpicking because I like that episode so much. But I guess if I had to pick something, I guess Yelena didn't have no lines. I guess if I had to pick something. She was just it was all kick ass, no line. Like she was funny.
But listen. But why did she need a line when Kate?
You don't.
When Kate pointed that bow at her, she said like this. Kate like I can't. Yeah, that was that. That was that. That was that. I'm Devo, Craig. You can't mess with me, dog.
She said you don't
want nothing.
You gotta be a cold motherfucker for you just look at somebody and go. Come on.
She took her head like. Yeah. Now I would say one ugly part. I think the fight scene on top of the roof was a little fast. I will say that.
Yeah.
I think it was a little. It was. You couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't see. You couldn't catch. Like it went everywhere with the different fight scenes. So you thought you were looking at this one, then the camera changed over here, then the camera went over here. Like they didn't use. Like I think they didn't really use what the Russo brothers do. The Russo brothers actually did Captain America with a Soldier, Infinity Wars, and they did Endgame. And anytime they had a multiple fight scenes with different characters, they were able to use their camera screens to show you one, bring you back to another, but you can see it in detail. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you mean.
So that was my only ugly part. Like you got to literally go back and watch it and slow it down to see what's what.
Why did she attack him to begin with? I mean, wasn't she friends with what's her name? Natasha?
Elena?
Remember at the end of Black Widow?
Did you not watch Black? Hold on. Did you watch Black Widow?
I have.
Did you watch the ending credit scenes?
I think I did. Now I can't remember it. Right,
yeah. So. Well, Valentino came. Well, not Valentine, right? Yeah. Valentine came in and showed her who killed Natasha, and she had Hawkeye's face on there.
It was a picture of Hawkeye.
Okay.
That's why Elena's in there.
That's starting to ring a bell now. Yeah.
But we still need to talk about this.
What we need to talk about?
How did she know that? And that happened on Vormir, dog. Like in another galaxy. Like how did she like break into Avengers Intel or something and read files?
What Valentine?
So yeah, but how did she know that Hawkeye would...
Valentine, she's manipulative, number one. Number two is that you can obviously know when somebody dies, they have a ceremony. Mm-hmm. And the process of a ceremony, obviously you can put in that she could, because Valentine, she likes to manipulate the system. So obviously Elena's not going to know what's going on. And Elena might have been snapped. You know what I mean? She might have been part of the blimp, right? Mm-hmm. And so she wouldn't necessarily know exactly what happened until she gets back. Make sense? Because they never clarified if Elena was part of the blimp or not.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume she was part of the blimp. And when she got back, she realized Natasha was dead.
No. Remember the blimp? She knew Natasha was dead. I don't know.
That was after the blimp. What we
Yeah,
saw
it
was
was.
after the blimp. Was
Yeah,
after
the
they got
end credit scene
everybody
was
back.
after the blip and everything.
Yeah, exactly. You trying to rationalize this thing, brother? You can't rationalize this thing, man. It is what it is. It's the storyline. You feel me? But so with that being said, that was my only ugly, right? So Cam, what do you say? What do you think was bad about this episode?
I feel like they're still like I feel like they're bad about this episode. I feel like this episode should have been the one where we kind of revealed something about Jack or Kate's mom.
Speaking about that, they did reveal it. They revealed that Jack is uncle. That guy who actually patted Echo, that was Jack. Because he said, listen to this, right? I'm telling you. Listen, he said that Jack.
You sound like me and Namor in Eternal.
No, I'm telling you, because he said that Jack is in charge of a company who doing the trafficking for the drugs for the red suits, right? So he's in charge of it, right? So by him being in charge of it, he's in charge of them. He's their boss. So in the process of being their boss, he's uncle. I'm telling you, bro, because he did not look as wide as people think it is. Go back and watch it. He doesn't look wide. I don't know why people think he was wide. People think that the person that patted Echo as a young child was a wide person, right? They think he was wide. No, that was Jack. That was Jack, bro.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's why I say I think it was Kingpin, and I think it was the guy who played Kingpin in Daredevil, because I've watched him in many things. Like I've seen the Law and Orders. I've seen This Is My Gun. What was that movie where he was in the army movie? Not Men in Black.
Oh,
no.
Army of Thieves.
My Iron Heart Jacket or something like that. One of the movies.
Okay.
I've seen this guy in very different things. I know his voice, and when he pinched her cheek and gave that little giggle, that was my guy. That was not Jack, bro. That was Jack has his little fancy outfit, fancy accent. You know what I'm saying? And there was no you didn't hear any fancy.
This is Jeff said, nah, that was Vincent. That was Vincent and not as Kingpin, bro. I'm telling you guys, okay. I don't care if I'm wrong. Listen, I don't believe I'm wrong. Okay, the evidence.
You sound like me and Namor.
Listen. No. I have evidence. Okay, I have evidence. Right from the conversation that Hawkeye Clint gave to Kate.
I know what you meant.
Breaks it down to where it seems like Jack is the person that was actually holding.
I think Hawkeye was.
I agree with Cam. I hear you.
I think Hawkeye was talking. I think Hawkeye's talking.
Sorry, Glenn, you're wrong. Okay.
I think Hawkeye was talking as in the sense of he knew who Wilson Fisk is already. He ran up against Wilson Fisk during during his Ronin days. And I feel because the way he was talking about him, and like, you don't want to meet this guy. You don't want to, he's feared. He saw Jack. He wouldn't have, he would have recognized Jack as that guy already. Mm-hmm. That's why there's no way that this Jack.
So you have to understand, right? Clint is a top, like Kate Bishop's mama said, a high level Avenger mission. Avengers are high level. Okay. They're not low level to where they're going to know what's going on low level crimes. Jack is a low level crime dude. He's not going to know everything going on low level. What he does isn't going to be a high level situation. Jack is a character that Daredevil will fight. Jack is a character that Jessica Jones will take care of, or Iron Fist, or Luke Cage, or Moon Knight. You know what I'm saying? Those are low-level type characters, right? And that Spider-Man is actually considered to be a low-level character too, not high-level Avenger. That's actually what Jack will be taking care of, right? So, Clint should know who Jack is being low-level?
Well, if you said that that's who Clint was talking about, like, this guy runs this whole organization, and Clint, that means Clint would have known who Jack was when he's seen him.
He didn't know that because he actually did the research on it. He got information from his wife about it. He sent the text.
That don't mean nothing. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not who you think it is, dog.
Clint is very familiar with the criminal underworld. Yeah, but not low level though, man. Hey, hey, high and low level, right? Okay, man.
Thank you,
Listen,
Jeff with a G.
listen, Jeff. I don't know, man. Like I really feel it in my soul that Jack is Uncle. It's gonna listen. We have a whole another 2 episodes to find this out. Okay, and if they reveal it, I'm gonna say, "Heyo, who was right?" Right. So I'm gonna call it out like a big dog. Right. I'm gonna blast that.
Hey,
I'm gonna blast it straight through the internet. I was right on who actually Uncle was. Right. But my so that's But go ahead, Cam. You have anything else bad you want to put out there? I just had to piggyback on you on that, brother.
No,
I did.
I have nothing else. But Eleanor is most definitely dirty. Eleanor most definitely killed her husband.
You think Eleanor's dirty or Kate Bishop's mom was dirty?
Eleanor is Kate Bishop's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I thought I was thinking about Eleanor.
She dirty, bro. She
She's
killed her
straight up dirty.
husband.
Yeah.
She killed her husband, man.
I still don't know if she killed her husband though, bro. But
Come
you know
on,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
She knocked
But
him off.
listen. I would say though, right? I would say she working for somebody else. You know what I mean? Like I will say and who is she working for? Now she could be working for Kingpin. You know what I mean? Like she could be working for Kingpin, right? I get that. The Kingpin's not involved yet. Jack is doing all the crazy. Jack is actually the person doing all the crazy stuff. I don't know. What you think? What you think, JW? What was your bad of the episode, brother?
I don't know about bad, but I know that I've read online that they were talking about that the next episode is going to break the internet. And I mean, who else could you break the internet with but with Kingpin? So I think it's Kingpin too.
And when you're wrong, I'm
listen.
blast it through the internet.
Listen. I think so I honestly think the internet's gonna be broken for a couple different reasons, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute, right? But overall, I don't really have too many bad parts of this episode. Like I said, the ugly part was the fight scene. But overall, though, the good parts of it, man, it was so many. Like, you had the one where she was talking. They're big on family. They made you feel that Eleanor, hey, I don't get my child hurt. You know what I mean? Like you could feel that in her. I completely agree.
That was a threat. That was a threat. That was if you paid attention to what Jack is a goofy and innocent man. Yeah.
He ain't innocent. He's a swordsman, man. Like he's a deadly guy.
In the comic book, he is swordsman. That's most definitely accurate. But
he acts goofy.
But I know there's something up with him when him and Kate was sparring and he wasn't even looking and he just knocked her off. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily say that Jack is innocent. But is Eleanor calling the shots? Yes. Jack's not innocent.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, John.
Jack and Eleanor are way too smooth whenever you see them on screen, which is that sort of brings out to me that they're hiding something there. That something's up with them.
Both of them are. Yeah, one could be looking after the other, right? It's very well possible. And I like the scenes that Jack that Kate brought in Christmas and to Clint. I thought it was a really good idea. That was a really good bonding moment where they talked and he did the whole finger point thing. It made me think like him, Clint doing that. Are you a mutant, Clint? Like you doing stuff that a mutant does? Like you even look at it, pop, bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Like hit stuff like that.
She said mutant.
No, I was thinking in my head like, are you gonna reveal that you're a mutant, Clint? With him doing the whole coin thing, right? With that situation going into the fight, like I really thought it was actually really good. Overall bonding, building characters, as well as actually giving us a more in-depth look at Clint. Like even when he fell asleep, when he did all those flashbacks, right? I thought it was real emotional, man. I was like, man, that's emotional stuff. So what did you think, JW? What was all the good moments for you for the episode?
Well, mine is the opposite from you. I like the fight. I like the action scenes, the fight scenes, and I like the chemistry between Hawkeye and
Kate Bishop.
Yeah, Kate Bishop in this one more than I have the last three. And it it was just a, I don't know, the whole thing was real good to me. I mean, it was just a really smooth, fun story.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Cam?
I would have to agree with John. Their chemistry was like spot on. You kind of saw Clint like softening up towards Kate just a little bit. He kind of let her in this episode. Where he was trying to like in the first 3 episodes, he was kind of like keeping her at bay. Like this episode, I think it's getting to him where he's like, I'm not gonna be able to make it home for Christmas, so I have to make do with what I got. And I think by him loosening up a little bit, it really made the episode what it was. And second of all, I didn't like how and that was how Eleanor was threatening Clint as he was walking out of the penthouse in the elevator. That was most definitely a threat. How she was talking to him when he was in the elevator, that was a threat.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a threat. It was a nice way of saying keep my kid out of it. You know,
that was a threat.
Look, when you said hold on, when you said that that you have kids, you know how this is, right? You don't want them to actually be in danger just as well as that. She's already lost somebody. To me, that's pointing out, hey, listen, you really want to be cautious with my kid and allow me to, allow yourself to, if she needs to move out your way, then please remove her out your way.
And he sure did in this episode.
He sure did do that in this episode. He did very well did that. I will say, right, exactly. I would say this though, right, is that so before I say that though, Cam, what was some really good moments for you?
I like seeing Yelena again. She was my favorite character in the whole Black Widow movie, and I was looking forward to seeing her again, even though she didn't speak. Seeing her, the reveal of her, like if you knew the comic books and you knew the history, and if you like do what we do and look for spoilers and stuff like that, you knew she was showing up.
What's happening?
Was cracking. You knew she was coming. I like how they revealed who she was. I mean, I like how they revealed her during that part, where Hawkeye thought he was fighting Maya, but he was actually getting his ass whooped by Yelena. That part was funny.
He was fighting Echo.
I'm still trying to figure out whose watch does that belong to.
So let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
We got to talk about that, right? So with having a conversation, listening to Ken and Justin, also, so also talk about breaking the internet type thing. There's a couple of different ways that this can break the internet, right? This situation can break the internet. So one of the ways here, this is a report that comes to us from CBR. CBR puts out that. So CBR puts out that we're gonna possibly have something to break the internet, right? With just 3 episodes of Hawkeye left, it definitely sounds like the best is yet to come. As an insider has promised that the upcoming 5th episode of Disney Plus series is going to blow up Twitter, right? After months of rumors, if some seem pretty obviously, that Hawkeye is setting the stage for Vincent Wilson Fisk to make his MCU debut. The actor first played Kingpin of crime in Marvel television Netflix Daredevil. They will expect a soft reboot of sorts that frees Marvel Studios from being the whole to any past continuum, right? Continuity, right? So sources say that that's going to break. So we're going to get Wilson Fisk next episode, right? So before we get into this watch, right? Because I think the watch is what's going to break the internet next week, and I'm going to explain why. What do you think, JW, about Wilson Fisk showing his face, officially showing his face in MCU on the 5th episode?
Now, to me, this would be hilarious if they bring him back, but he's not Wilson Fisk. He's another character.
No,
that would be shady as SIT.
Pissing people off.
SHIT, right? I think that'd be crazy.
pull a WandaVision moment.
Oh man, when he said that, when he gave out those hints, like, I've always wanted to work with this person. It was an honor working with this person. Then come to find out he was talking about himself.
Yeah,
I think they
crap
crapped the bed in that.
I was pretty disappointed in that one, if that actually happened.
Vincent D'Onofrio just shows up as a pizza delivery man.
That would be hilarious.
No way.
I think it would.
No way. That's not going to happen. That's not going to
I'd be like, throw the whole series away. Throw the whole series away.
It'll break the internet, all right.
Yeah, it would. It most definitely break the internet.
What you think, JW, about Wilson Fisk showing up to the MCU?
I kind of hope so. I think this show needs that. And also, I mean, we already know Charlie Cox is going to be coming back as Daredevil. So, I mean, Wilson Fisk, it's going to be right back.
We hadn't talked about that yet. You kind of just bust the bubble on two different topics.
Sorry.
Like you just hit the level like really fast.
Well,
he's doing his best Tony impression today.
I know,
right? I know.
We talked about it a little bit last week too, so I didn't think I really.
No, we didn't get into the details. No, we did not get into the details.
But yeah, I mean, I hope he's in it.
Okay. All right. What you think, Cam?
It's gonna be him. It's most definitely gonna be Kingpin. Like, I mean, who else could they bring in that's gonna break the internet? Like, what they gonna do? Like a Chris Hemsworth Thor cameo real quick? Like, what else is gonna break the internet in this situation? Like, this show is for people who don't have superpowers, anything like that. You know what I mean? So there's only one other person one other character that it could be, or two characters. They can get. Well, no, it won't be Daredevil. They can't give us Charlie Cox. That's not. It has to be Wilson Fisk. It has to be Kingpin.
Think so?
It has to be.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So if Kingpin show up, then absolutely it's gonna break the internet. I agree 100% on that. That's actually not a problem at all. Just clean my glasses off. I think that's gonna be really actually a big situation, right? But here's the thing. This is what I think is gonna break the internet, right?
Who that watch belongs to?
Yeah.
Because I was going. Go ahead.
Obviously, you guys know that watch there. Clint said it before. If somebody finds that watch, it's going to really actually hurt. It's going to really break some people's families, right? Really actually hurt somebody that's been hiding for a very long time. Okay. If you know Clint's background based on the comic, who does Clint marry in the comics?
He had a romantic history with Wanda, with Natasha.
I'm not sure. I've never really kept up with him, so
he married He married Mockingbird. Okay. So Clint married Mockingbird in the comics, right? So if you notice, anytime Clint has an undercover thing that he needs to do research on, who's he sending to? His wife. Who's his wife? His wife responds to him in code. His wife responds to him in Russian, right? Mockingbird is a very big character that has not been established in this universe, and that will naturally show that Mockingbird, she worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. because as soon as she started talking in code, as soon as she started doing all this other stuff, I say, "Oh, you used to work for S.H.I.E.L.D." And that naturally showed that
he could have taught her that.
No,
he could have taught her that.
Clint said himself, he's not a strategist. Remember when Kate was looking at the board? I don't do plans, I just execute. Right? Yeah. So it can easily break the internet. We're revealing that Mockingbird is in the MCU, and that is his wife, right? That can break the internet.
But to an extent, could it? I mean, really? Because, normies won't really know who Mockingbird is. Now, hardcore fans would, but I mean, everybody just about knows who Kingpin is, especially if you watched.
So you think his wife is Mockingbird?
Yeah, because they also will wipe out Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Per Ken and Justin, when they talked about it, they'll completely wipe the relationship between Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the MCU. Mm-hmm. Because the MCU and the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. had Mockingbird, remember?
Yeah.
And so if the MCU has a Mockingbird that completely wiped out the story of
But you can't
Mockingbird,
wipe that out because Phil Coulson was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That doesn't make sense. You can't completely wipe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. out.
that,
Coulson was in S.H.I.E.L.D., bro. That doesn't make sense. Like you. So what are you
Col-
gonna be like?
no.
Yeah, we killed him off
Coulson,
in the Avengers, but we
Coulson
threw him
died. Coulson died in the MCU. So everybody thought Coulson was still dead, bro. Nobody thought Coulson was alive.
So was that a scroll in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. then?
Huh?
I said, who was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. then if he did?
Coulson wasn't an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So you mean to tell me Phil Coulson was not in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Nope.
Glenn, Phil was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., bro.
Phil Coulson was not an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., bro.
Oh, okay.
Look it up.
Look it up.
Huh?
I said, look it up. I want you to look it up on your computer because I want to see your face when you realize that I'm right.
I'm telling you, Phil Coulson was not an agent. When was Phil Coulson an agent of Ultron? When?
I didn't say Age of Ultron. I said Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, I thought you said Agent of Ultron. Yes, he was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but he died in Avengers. So that actually took him out of the MCU.
But that doesn't make sense, though. Like,
none of the characters, except for Nick Fury, right? Obviously, Nick Fury showed up in there, right?
Exactly. So that doesn't make sense. So you can't completely wipe it out of the MCU.
Well,
it doesn't make sense.
Listen, because the thing is though, is Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. cared what happened in the MCU, but the MCU did not care what happened in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Kevin Feige saying himself that he did not care. He did not know anything about the shows. He didn't care what's going on with these shows whatsoever. They were not storylines to the MCU to him whatsoever.
So he's like, we just gonna throw Phil in there because he's a fan favorite. People love Phil Coulson.
Josh Whedon's movies, he's always killed somebody off.
Yeah,
that's his style. And
but
so
I'm
that's
talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So you think what I'm saying? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You think they just put him in there because he kind of was like a fan favorite of people in the MCU,
and he mixed in the MCU so they can do their own thing and get everything going. Why do you think they stopped saying everything's connected towards the end of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Because you really finally realized that we can't attach this to each other. So that's who the watch belongs to. I think the watch belongs to Mockingbird. Say it again.
You think the watch is his wife's?
I think the watch is his wife because his wife is the one who brought up the watch.
That's a man's watch. That's a man's Rolex.
Well, the watch has her identity in it.
You think so?
I think that's actually what's about to happen.
But why would it be at Avengers compound and not with them if it's that important?
Because Avengers compound, they had everything locked up in security. I mean, they got their shit blown up.
Clearly, yeah, they did.
They got their shit blown up. So what you think? You think everything gonna be secure then?
But you know what was never blown up? Hawkeye's house.
But it wasn't at Hawkeye's house. This all was the agent.
Exactly. So that's why I don't understand. That's why I don't understand. Why would if it was
because nobody was at his house. Nobody was at his house. His parents got his kids and his wife got part of the blimp. They weren't even at the house. Okay, he won't leave over there. He wants to remember this watch because his wife gave it to him.
Nah, I don't know if I buy that storyline. I don't know.
All right, listen. I'm telling you what's about to happen with this watch. Listen, I want you guys to comment and let us know what you think. Do you believe that this big internet breakdown is going to be Wilson Fisk? I mean, I'm definitely going to be super disappointed if it's not. But if it is, then I'll be great with it. But if it's not, am I going to be disappointed? I don't know. If they just reveal Mockingbird, keep it going. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right? I have no clue. Right? You guys know what you're gonna do? Cam gonna tweet. You guys suck.
Just gonna watch, I guess.
Cam gonna tweet it, boy. He gonna tweet it, and then he's gonna be on that late night show talking about. He's gonna be on the after show on Wednesday talking about how dare they do me like this, right? I'm like, man, you right, dog. You right. I'll be in the comments saying, man, you so right, man. You so right.
It'll just be a missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. All right, missed opportunity. Listen, comment below. Let us know what your thoughts. What was your reactions? Good, the bad, the ugly for episode 4 of Hawkeye. And let us know what you think about Kingpin coming through, and what do you think about how they're gonna do Mockingbird, if that's really her or not? Love to know your thoughts. Comment below. Let us know your thoughts. All right, guys, moving on to the next topic here. So obviously, JW broke the news on the show like we did the other day. So just kind of give a little feedback on that one. Yes, so Kevin Feige, Mr. Boss, right, confirmed that Charlie Cox is going to return as Daredevil. He says his words, right? Particularly, I think he said, suggesting he doesn't want to ruin any potential reveals Marvel would have in store. That is not what Kevin Feige said. Kevin Feige said these words: "Where we see that, how we see that, when we see that, remains to be seen." Right? But obviously, Charlie Cox is back in action. Cam, what do you think about Charlie Cox coming back as Daredevil, brother?
I think they should bring all the guys back from those Netflix shows so they can reprise their roles.
No, they can't bring Luke Cage back because he got his own little gig with Evil on CBS. But go ahead.
Man, what that mean? You can't get what you mean? You can't. So when did it start being bad to be able to cash 2 checks?
It's not. It's hard
exactly.
To do. Hard to do.
It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Hey, look. CBS, Marvel's calling. I'll be back. You remember my man in Harlem Nights? He goes, "Hey, yeah, put your mom on the phone. Yeah, it's Richie. I ain't coming home. I ain't never coming home. Take care." Marvel calls, you throw everything else away. You hear me? Because you got yourself an ongoing gig. They can call CBS. CBS can call them and be like, "Hey, that Evil show's trash. It's done. Boom." Then now you turn Marvel down because you're like, I got this CBS show. You turn Marvel down. Now you ain't got no job.
Hey,
you cash 2 checks.
Look, that bag is real, right? You got that bag.
Exactly.
Taste the bag, you know what I'm saying?
You got to get as much of the bag as you can get while the bag is still being prophesized on you. You got to get as much of it as you can get. And I feel like this brother can cash more than 1 check.
Cam getting fired up.
Fired up.
Somebody put him out.
So what do you think about it, JW, about Daredevil, Charlie Cox coming back to play Daredevil?
I think they'd be stupid not to bring him back, especially if you're going to use Daredevil.
Favorite, yeah.
Especially with how those shows, did. I mean, if they didn't do Luke Cage or any of the other ones, I can understand, because didn't those shows not do as good as Daredevil?
No, Luke Cage did well.
Did?
Yeah.
Out of the three, it was rated as Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. That's how it was rated.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, okay, but yeah, I'd like to see him come back.
Okay, cool.
What about you?
So I'm excited about him coming back. I like the way Kevin Feige breaks down the words about him coming back, so that we can get a chance to see him. Here's my thing. Is that the question is when we're going to see him, right? Charlie Cox made an announcement talking about I'm not playing Daredevil. I don't know what you're talking about type thing.
They all have to say that.
And then we get this announcement and say, hey, yeah, we actually have confirmed to play it. The question is when we're going to see this character, right? What's kind of threat that's happening?
I'm going to tell you right now when we're going to see him. I'm going to tell you when we're going to see him. You want me to tell you when we're going to see him?
Yeah, I'm listening.
December 17th.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to say. No Way Home.
December 17th. Because think about the timing, bro. The timing is too crazy. He announces that 2 weeks before the premiere, 2 weeks before the 17th. Yeah, think about it. Like Charlie Cox is going to be our Daredevil moving forward. Charlie Cox is your Daredevil. He's already filmed as being Daredevil. He may not be Daredevil in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's going to be Matt Murdock.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to see Daredevil. We're going to see Matt Murdock.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that. And I'm telling you.
And I think he will be his lawyer.
Be his lawyer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But we'll see.
So we want to know your extra thoughts. Comment below. Let us know if you believe that the reasons that you're excited about Charlie Cox being back in the MCU. When do you think we're going to see him? Because that's the flip of the coin right there. When do we expect to see him? how we expect to see him. Definitely want to check that out. So comment below, let us know.
I
your
can't
thoughts.
think of any other movie coming up where having Daredevil in it would make sense.
Speaking about Friday, yes, Spider-Man is actually coming out on Friday. So get shout out to that. We will be going to see him for the movie on Thursday. So if you actually cosplay anything to that nature, we'd love to actually have you to dress up for some of the kids or do some of the pictures. I know Thursday's kind of a tough day. We're going to see it at 8 o'clock, I believe, right, on Thursday. So we also get a chance to talk to some other people that's out of the theater that came out to get some reactions outside the theater. So that's really a wonderful thing, right? And I know JW coming out to see it with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's shaking his head. Thursday, right? Thursday at 8 o'clock. Be there or be square. All right, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. Somebody sounded like they hungry. I heard somebody move, belly move.
I about to say, I hear somebody's stomach growling.
I know the food guy hears that all the time. It's probably Jonathan chewing on that gum. All right, let's
I
get
don't
to
have
our
any
sponsor. Right? I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick.
Hi. Today we're going to talk about what exactly is StreamYard. So StreamYard is a live streaming studio in your browser. It allows you to make interactive and engaging shows on platforms like Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And the whole point of StreamYard is to make live streaming super simple while still creating a professional show that is a very stable experience. So traditionally, live streaming was pretty expensive. It could cost you thousands of dollars to get a good streaming setup. So StreamYard is what we call a streaming service, meaning most of the work is done on StreamYard's computer rather than your own computer. This allows you to still make a very high quality live stream if you're, say, streaming on your old laptop, as long as you have a good webcam and a solid internet connection. StreamYard lets you do cool stuff like show lower thirds, like the one I'm showing now. It'll also pull in comments from the platform you're streaming to. This is an example of a comment you might show on screen. Instead of the duck there, it would be the picture of the person commenting. You can even do things like overlays, like the StreamYard live show, right? You could make this look however you like. You can also change your brand colors. Say your brand color was red, we could make that red. And one of the coolest features is you can even do videos like this.
What up?
Okay.
Listen. See, I got me a little Canadian.
It's like Canada Dry.
Real, right? Canada Dry. Make sure you go check out StreamYard. Click on the link below. Do what we do. Enjoy yourself. Stream, podcast, do what you want to do. We get paid. You get paid. Click on that link below. Right? Make it happen, Captain. All right. Moving in. I had to get something to drink. Feel so much better now. All right.
There for a minute, I thought we were promoting that drink.
I know, right? All right, let's finish up this extra episode here. Okay, cool. So the next thing we're gonna talk about here is we're gonna do a little trivia, man. We're gonna do something fun.
I love trivia.
Do some more trivia, right? So Marvel cast. I think we actually did this last time. I think Cam, you missed out the last trivia we did, or whatever the heck it was. What was it, Jonathan?
Couple years, goodness, a couple of weeks ago. But it was the same two people that did the trivia the last time when Cam was on.
Yeah, big shout out to Jonathan. He be finding these really cool things for us to do Marvel trivia. And so we're gonna check it out, man. We're gonna play this trivia here. Let's figure out. Let's see who wins this thing out, right? Because I don't know. We're gonna see, right? Let's see who wins out. They playing a little faster. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Natasha Romanoff trained under what program? You ready, Cam?
Yeah. Black Widow program. Oh, the Railroad.
Mm-hmm.
Ike. What is it? Eek 5, Zodiac, Red Room. What's the other one?
Zodiac.
No, the top one here.
Oh, I don't know. That's what I was looking at.
Archinka?
I don't know. Don't give
Who
me
said?
the line.
What you say? What? Who said the red room?
So, yeah, Red Room.
Yeah.
I agree. Red Room it is. The Red Room is a secret Russian program that trains young girls to become elite assassins known as the Black Widow. Right, to question number it's question number 1. Question number 2. Who is Peter Parker's boss at the Daily Planet? Jameson, Osborne, Watson, Thompson. Jameson. Come on, they say no, this is not hard.
Daily Planet.
Did you say Daily Planet?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, Daily Bugle. Jameson, Jameson is the grumpy boss of the newspaper company where Peter Parker works as a photographer. Daily Bugle out there for all the people out there. What is the device used by Professor X to track mutants?
Cerebro.
Yeah. Cerebro.
Cerebro, man, this is boring.
Man, I didn't know these were so easy. I was trying not to spoil myself, but man, I guess I should have watched it through.
Cerebro is such a powerful tool that only well-trained, disciplined telepaths can use it safely and effectively. Efficiently. Who is in love with it? Who is the love interest of Daredevil? Electro. Come on, man.
Electro.
2.
Electro. He's Electro.
Electro. You know what I'm talking about. I'm a little tired, man. I had a long day today.
Electro nachos.
Fun fact, before becoming a violent assassin, Electro studied political science at Columbia University. What is Loki's race? All time.
I don't see color.
Loki is a frost giant and the rightful heir of Jotunheim, home planet of the giants. What kind of magic does Wanda Maximoff uses? Chaos magic. Nah, what's the name called it? Agatha called it chaos magic.
Chaos magic, she did.
Wanda's ability to wield the rare, powerful chaos magic grants her the ancient title of the Scarlet Witch. Still didn't qualify her as a mutant, though. They should have.
Sanctum Sanctorum.
The headquarters of Doctor Strange is called what? Just give us a minute to answer. Comment below. Tell us the answer. Right?
By the time they comment.
They can pause it. I pause it for them. The Sanctum Sanctorum is Doctor Strange's mansion in Greenwich Village in New York City. Who is an Omega level mutant? Jean Grey.
Yeah, but there's many more.
Out of that list?
I thought,
Yeah.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey, yeah.
She was really there is several.
I
There
thought
has
Rogue
been
was as well.
no, she's not a mega level. There have been several different mutants as a mega level, but the only one they really talk about is Jean Grey. That's it. Am I right or wrong, JW?
You're right.
Yep. Here you go. Omega level mutants are all amongst the most powerful. Magneto, for instance, is another mega level mutant. So there you have it. Magneto. Wanda's group of elite female warriors is called what? The one okay.
Dora Milaje.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Dora Milaje, yep. What is it out there for the viewers? What is it? Is anybody commenting on this thing? You sure are. Sanctum. Yeah, he out there commenting. Dora Milaje means adored ones who sacrifice anything to protect Wakanda and his king and his people. So Thor, in the comics, what food grants Thor his longevity?
Longevity.
I don't know this one. Beer?
Neither do I.
I don't know.
Amber nectar. I'm gonna go with amber nectar.
I'm going with golden
Isn't that the
apples.
beer? Isn't that the beer, the amber nectar?
And
I think that's
probably
the beer, amber nectar, right? Comment below, let us know.
y'all probably right.
Oh! John the green apple, Jonathan.
Yeah, look at me.
Asgardian eat the green apples. Golden apples. Excuse me. I do to maintain their youth and apparent immortality. Okay, Wolverine question. What is the name of the project that made Wolverine? Weapon X.
Yeah. Weapon X.
Anybody out there think differently? Let me see what oh, he said tacos.
Whoa. Panera.
Oh man, not none of that. All right. Weapon X is a Canadian government project that enhances beings and turns them into living weapons. Iron Man question. Who built Iron Man's chest plate? The Doctor, right? When the Doctor
I feel like this is a trick question.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see that. Alexei Shostakov.
It has to be Yo. Yinsen.
No, it's Alexei Shostakov. Or Oh Yinsen?
Oh, yep. Oh, Yinsen. Remember, she was in the she was in Infinity Wars, remember? She was the one the one that actually tied up Clint. Oh no, she was in Avengers Endgame. I mean, not Endgame, but Age of Ultron. Remember, Clint got cut.
Yeah, but that's Christine Cho.
Oh,
She was in one of them.
when a wounded Tony Stark is held captive by terror. Oh, that was the guy.
This is from the movie. I thought his name was Alexei for some reason.
Built him a chest plate to save his heart. Yeah. All right.
It's clobbering time.
The significant quote is, "It's clobbering time."
If you don't know that, get off this channel right now.
Amen to that, brother. Rocky is a member of the Fantastic Four, Big Grimm. In the Vision movie, Vision was created from which Infinity Stones? The Soul Stone.
Okay.
Mind Stone, excuse me. Mind
Stone.
Mind Stone, Mind Stone, not Soul Stone, Mind Stone. Yeah. You get a rose from the combination of Mind Stone, Founding Vibration, and Asgardian Lightning. Here's one for you.
Oh.
What was the original name of Marvel Comics back in the 1939?
Once we see the things I can, it's on the tip of my
here we
tongue,
go.
but I can't remember. No,
Was it
it
Valiant?
was Timely Comics.
Was it Timely?
Timely Comics?
I think so. Because I know it ain't Valiant. We know it ain't Valiant.
Found Timely Comics in 1939, which became Marvel Comics. Well done. Did you find this quiz hard or easy? Feel free to
Easy
share
as hell.
the score in the comment below. We got one. Me and Cam got one wrong. How many did you get right or wrong out there? All those fans. What did you like? What did you just like? Oh yeah, Jeffrey got them. Mind Stone. He got those. I'm pretty sure it's the Weapons Plus program, and Logan was the 10th Project or X. I hear you. Right? Probably let us know what you thought about that. Thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, most of them are real easy.
Very easy.
Some very, very easy.
I'll try to do better next time.
Man, you did good with giving us the trivia, man. I liked it. It was cool. I'm not hating on it. Are you hating on it? Cam, you hating on it?
No.
All right, cool. So,
Had nice music.
man, don't sleep with music, man. Don't give him that. Don't give him that credit like that, dog. All right, so moving on to the next topic. By the way, don't forget to comment below. Let us know what was your score on that. How'd you actually rate it? Love to know you. Love to know how many you got wrong. Me and Cam got one wrong. My man Jonathan JW, he got 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, sure I did.
100%. Huh?
Sure I did.
You did?
There was a few that I wasn't sure of,
No, but you got it
right,
all
though.
right.
but I got the ones that were expected, I guess.
So do we.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so we've been talking about Kevin Feige, right? And he opened his mouth up, having conversations, talking about Daredevil. Well, we have another actually conversation that we actually want to have that I really want us to listen to. I need to pull up the Screen Rant. One of them conversations that Kevin Feige had with Amy Pastel and all of them had when it comes to the movie itself, like getting some questions asked. But I'll do that in 1 second.
She was dodging questions. She was like, "Yeah, we."
I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to watch it, so we got to watch it. So a few years ago, Marvel boss Kevin Feige told comicbook.com that Nova had immediate potential for debut in the MCU, and a little bit of a fire under fans. For the character was starting itching to see him arrive on the big screen. In fact, Richard Rider version of the character was cut from a draft of Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers Infinity War. Writers Christopher Merkus and Stephen McLee had a draft of massive ensemble to state with the characters crashing to Earth. Now, Feige seems to have an idea of how the character will first appear in the MCU, but he is leaving our knowledge of it open, which is a tease compared to the possibilities to that of Black Panther. When it comes to whether Nova will debut in Marvel Studios movie or Disney Plus series, which is belongs to the other characters, it will be self-titled, outlined. I got this on the screen, right? Nope.
Nope.
Just talking. Yeah, sorry about that. We'll come. So he says, well, We oftentimes Black Panther is a greater example. Kevin Feige says we were always working on a Black Panther standalone, the world of Wakanda, how to drive it into that. Then opportunities of him to appear first in Civil War came up. So it was always various. The full interview can be seen in the video above or comicbook.com or the YouTube channel. So we're gonna watch that in a minute. But the question I need to have for you guys is, what did you think about Nova was supposed to be here for Guardians of the Galaxy or Infinity Wars? What's your thoughts on that, man? What you think?
I read a lot of articles where they said that Nova was supposed to be in Endgame, or he was supposed to be in he was supposed to be in Endgame. He was supposed to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And I'm like, I feel like at this point that's one of the characters who we most definitely should have gotten about already by now. Because especially if you explored the cosmic version of the cosmic part of the MCU, not fully explored it, but I mean, we were on Nova. We showed the Nova core multiple times. I'm like, honestly, if you ask me, it was kind of ridiculous that we haven't got him yet. If you ask me, that's my opinion.
I can agree, 100%. I think they should have been dropped him online, but I will tell you where he might come into. Do you have an idea where you think they're going to drop him in? Like, where you going to see him?
Well, it's too late for him to be in,
like Namor.
It's too late for him to be in. I tried to just go past that. I tried to just like ignore you. But I couldn't.
Don't worry. You gonna call me out if you gonna call me out if Kingpin come out. If Kingpin come out, yeah, I get it. Come
on. Like I said, I kind of feel like it's ridiculous that we haven't got him yet. But where I think we'll see him at is it's too late. It can't be Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't see only. If he shows up in a movie, I can't tell you the movie, but honestly, I think at this point, the first time we see him will be in his own show, because I don't see a movie that's coming up on the horizon where he would fit into.
I do.
Besides the new Guardians movie that's coming out.
Nope, not that one.
What movie?
That one. Yeah, I'll give you a minute. What do you think about JW? About Nova's supposed to be in the MCU already?
I don't know, because honestly, I don't know too much about Nova, so it's one of those things. I mean, I know of him, but don't know anything about him. But I mean, he is the last of his kind. That's just the bottom line of it, right? That everybody gave him all the power, so he actually became supernova as well too. I just guess it wasn't the right time for them to put him in. I guess they thought so.
So I'm very disappointed they haven't put him in yet. I was expecting him to come. I expect him to come by now because they did Nova Corps so much. My thing is that the next time, the possibility we're going to see him is Eternals 2. That's where I think we might see him. Because
that's way far down the line. I think
because
I think we get him before that.
I don't know, man. The Celestials, and things that going through the mass type of the mass type of universe, stuff like that. I think that's the first time we're gonna get Nova, because they realized
but the Celestials is like more like,
because Ronan the Destroyer was supposed to destroy the Nova Corps, right?
Right. So
did he ever do that?
Richard Rider? This would be the Richard Rider Nova?
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly think that the first time we see him will be in his own. Either will be, actually, he could show up in the Marvels movie. Captain Marvel 2. He could show up in that one.
He could show up in that one, yeah.
I just thought, but he could show up in that one. He could show up in one of the. He could show up in.
But they wouldn't do it because he would be more powerful than Captain Marvel, wouldn't he?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. But he could either show up in the Marvels movie, or he could show up in.
Black Panther like Namor?
I don't know. The Marvels movie is.
I could agree on that. Or the Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
He could show up with Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. That's the other one that was on my tongue and I lost about. So those are the only two that I think he'll show up in. If he doesn't show up in those two, it'll be in his own show, his own Disney Plus show.
All right, we'll definitely check it out. Comment below, let us know what you think. When do you think Richard Rider is going to show up? Are you disappointed no bands to come? Comment below, let us know. So I'm gonna check out this actual this a little bit of article here that we haven't got a chance to watch. This video, like I didn't get a chance to watch this video at all when they actually did it. So is he gonna come back up, or do I need to go to their YouTube channel? Let me just go to their YouTube channel. How about that? So much easier looking at YouTube.
I didn't know there was a video to it.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't think you guys see that, do you?
I don't see the video now.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm fixing it now. This man knew the actual host name.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
What's going on, Brandon?
We're great. How are you?
Brandon. Good to see.
Man, Kevin Feige know this man's name, bro. I need Kevin Feige to know my name
Hey, how y'all
too.
doing today?
We're great. How are you?
Brandon. Good to see you. I'm great. Thanks for hanging for a few minutes. Let's just jump in. I know we have only a little bit of time. I'm going to start with last year. I hosted a quarantine watch party of the Spider-Verse movie. And it was during that on Twitter where Chris Miller said that they had pitched a really ambitious tag scene that involved Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield. And Sony responded and said, too soon for that. So I would love to hear, we know some of the characters and actors and villains from those other Spider-Man franchises are returning. Was this kind of live action crossover of different universes of Spider-Man something that, like, when did that idea start to become a reality of something that could be pulled off?
Well, it started in the comics, right? That's where everybody got the idea from. And I'm not sure about the story that you heard, but this idea was something that Kevin and I talked about early on.
Oh, well, I'm excited to see how it all plays out when I finally get to see the whole movie. And I remember the biggest story of the year was in 2019 was the kind of the split and everybody coming back together over Spider-Man. And the what we understand is that it's this movie, Spider-Man No Way Home, and one more movie after that. I don't know if you guys are going to speak to this yet. Has there been any sort of talks or agreements yet about working together beyond those two? Has there been anything else that we don't know about yet?
Here's what I know, and I will inform Amy. It's never enough for Brandon. It's never enough. You got a No Way Home movie coming out. There's another movie.
and you want more.
What's more? Yeah. It's not. That's just what you should know about Brandon. He's a very good guy. He flew out. He did the Eternals press conference for us, and it's never enough.
That's fair. Actually, I'm going to hit you with a theory, and I want to get you guys' reaction on it.
Okay.
And I love that Electro has an arc reactor on it. I think maybe Jamie Foxx isn't blue this time because all the electricity is stored in an arc reactor. I'm making this up on my own. I don't even know if this.
We promised him he wouldn't be blue.
Is that could I be onto something, or is this like could there be like a Stark variant or something that
I believe that shit right there. She probably gonna be blue.
I won't say you're wrong, but I also won't say you're right.
Fair enough. Listen, I got to try to find the questions you can answer that I can also get some really good stuff. And you guys are pros at this. And actually, Kevin, I do have a question for you about when a character starts to reach their end in the Marvel Cinematic Universe story, whether it's Scarlet as Natasha or Downey as Iron Man or Tom wants us to maybe believe as Spider-Man with a lot of the interviews, the way he's talking in interviews. When those decisions are being made, is that the actor saying, hey, I'm ready to hang the suit up? Is it the story saying, hey, this is where the end of the road here? Is it a bit of both sometimes? Like, how do you guys make a decision on the final stop for some characters?
For the most part, we've been lucky enough in the MCU that it's almost always been story related.
Yeah.
It's almost always been where we think the story should go. Actors' contracts get more attention now than they ever did when I was a kid growing up. And certainly in the early days of the MCU, that was stories all the time.
What's up with her?
Was whose contract is what is when. It's sort of calmed down a little bit now.
She high. She also.
But yes, the truth is, and we're not shy about it, these characters came before us. These characters will be around long after us. Us, the producers, us, the storytellers, us, the comic artists, and us, the actors. So they will outlive all of us. So there's just that reality as well.
I love it. And I have to ask you about Nova. I want to hear, do you think it's more likely Nova makes a debut in someone else's project, or Nova makes a debut in his own self-titled project?
It's a good question. We have plenty of... I
got the helmet over here now.
Where's the helmet?
On the wall right there.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, we oftentimes, Black Panther is a great example. We were always working on a Black Panther standalone, the world of Wakanda, how to dive into that. Then the opportunity for him to appear first in Civil War came up. So it always varies. Like Nova, Brian's obsessed.
Sound like
Nova.
Secret Invasion.
I can tell.
Listen, give us Richard Rider, give us Sam Alexander, but for now, give us Spider-Man No Way Home. I cannot wait to see this film. I hopefully run into you guys at the premiere. Thank you so much for the time.
All right.
Thank you.
Congrats. The bits that I saw.
Oh,
Right.
good.
Okay, let me say this first.
Go ahead, brother, because I was going to hit you first with it. Go ahead.
She was high as hell. Okay?
You think so?
Let's get out there. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I know dope fiend when I see a dope fiend.
So what do you think about the content, though, with the questions somebody she gave you? Like the questions of the Kevin over there answering, right?
It's either going to be Secret Invasion or the Marvels. I think
I don't think it's going to be the Marvels, man. I think it's going to be Secret Invasions.
A character like that, well, it'll make too much sense for him to be in the Marvels, because Captain Marvel ties into Nova Corps and all that stuff more than the Secret Invasion will. That's just my opinion. But
I got you. They already have the cast is so heavy already, though.
You're right, it is. But hell, so is Eternals.
That's true, and also Infinity Wars, right?
Exactly. Right. But I think a character like Nova, you have to introduce him in somebody's project first, just to give. Because let me ask you this: would you rather be sitting in the movie theaters and then boom, here comes Nova, or would you rather be anticipating his own show coming out? Would you rather be surprised? Because I think a character like Nova, they have to give us him like as a surprise. Like, I don't even mean like cast somebody and then like tell us who he is. I mean like let us go into the movie not knowing that he's going to be there, and then bam, there this guy is.
Well, my thing is that I would like to see a character come in with others before it's actually owned, just so that we get a chance to really gravitate to the character with his powers and stuff, to really see how that actually works. I would really like to actually do that. Yeah.
That's why I say that to make a character like that, it'd be nice for him to be introduced to somebody else's project, and then we get his own show, because I feel like if they give us to him in somebody else's project, they can do like a little backstory, a little origin story on him, and then by the time it's time for him to get his own show, it can just be all gas, no brakes. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. I'm with you. What you think, JW?
I couldn't pay attention to anything on that thing except her hair.
It looked like Scarecrow from Batman.
It looked like a rat made its home inside that head.
Exactly what it looked like. It looked like Scarecrow from Batman's mask, bro. It looked like that burlap sack he put on his head.
That is, she stuck her hand in a light socket.
Oh no!
She was
but listen,
I'm ready to be on camera.
Bro, like she looked like I'm ready. Climb me up. I'm ready.
She said,
I'm ready.
But anyways, I agree with y'all.
Like Kevin Hart says, no.
But y'all
Somebody
pretty much
told her that. No. Come here, Amy. No.
Yeah, I know a dope fiend when I see a dope fiend, and that was a dope fiend.
Go ahead.
y'all-
What you saying, JW?
She's the one who did the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. So Amy Pascal
Oh,
is the producer.
This
She the
movie about
producer.
to be trippy as hell. This movie about to be trippy as hell.
She the producer. Oh, we gonna see. Are you gonna go see it on Thursday?
Who me? I already bought my tickets for Saturday.
You're
I
not
bought
going
it for the
Thursday.
18th.
Oh wait, you stayed off the internet tomorrow, or you stayed off the internet started you started to stay off the internet started Wednesday?
Got to. I I can't be on Twitter. I can't be on, and it hurts because that's where I laid my head at is Twitter, man. But I know it's gonna be all over Twitter. So I'm gonna like leave my phone alone, bro. I wish I could have went. They had the tickets were sold out on Thursday. I couldn't get the tickets for Thursday. I couldn't get the seats that I wanted for Thursday because the movie theater that we go to is a megaplex, and so they have like the luxury seats and they move. They're like the motion theater seats, and so that I had to sit in that for the Spider-Man movie, bro.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, I think we'll get seats in on Thursday. You know,
You ain't bought your tickets yet?
Alabama, so we're gonna go see it. They're gonna let us actually do because we gotta do a review on it. So they're gonna let us go see it for free. So the thing is that in Alabama, we're a little bit different when it comes to movies. Like things that you may think is going to be packed, they're never really packed. And that's right, JW.
Uh-huh.
JW says it's about time to go to bed.
I agree.
Man. About time to go to bed, man. He's been up for a while, right? So comment below, let us know what you think about this whole interview. I do want to look at this villain action video that there is one on here, right? But before we do that, let's do that, and then we're going to talk about a couple different Spider-Man comments or Spider-Man conversations that I really want to touch on, and then wrap the show up because I know we had a lot of layout stuff today. We also had we do have the final Spider-Man trailer too that we need to talk about too as well, right?
I'm gonna have to work Tony overtime next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about Morbius. Yeah. We'll talk. Actually, no, I put that in the title. So let's talk about Morbius before we get to the Spider-Man stuff like this. Let's talk about Morbius real quick, right? So if you don't know, right, if you haven't heard, this is actually one I want to break down. So this is Morbius. So the director of Morbius made an article. So you can go to comicbook.com and check this out. I'm not going to pull it up. I'm just going to actually have this conversation. They had an article out talking about the director of Morbius said that it was great working with other actors for this movie. Do you know what actor he included for this movie that he worked with? Tom Hardy, right? Tom Hardy, right? So Tom Hardy is an actor that he worked with for the Morbius movie. So do you know what that means? That there's a possibility that Venom is going to be in Morbius. So he says that there's an article that he clearly says it was wonderful and amazing working with all these actors, and he had a list of actors, and one of those actors he included was Tom Hardy. Now, the key thing that you guys out here, the fans, got to understand is that I believe, and this is also coming from John Campea. So if you ain't just watch John Campea's show, is that this comes from the fact that Venom is going to be like the. And somebody used this. He said Venom is going to be like the Nick Fury for the SSU universe. Yeah, SSU, right? Which stands for Sony Spider Universe, right? SSU, right? So Venom is going to be that SSU character to bring them all together, right? So with that being said, JW, what do you think about us being able to get Tom Hardy's Venom in the Morbius movie?
Well, I didn't see it coming. But I mean, I can't think of where they would put him in the movie. I mean, it just doesn't seem like
in credit scene, man, in credit scene, because the same thing they did with Venom 2. They did in credit scene to put Spider-Man there.
I guess my question would be why. I mean,
Morbius is part of the SSU, man. SSU, brother.
He's going to recruit him or something? Is he going to recruit him or something?
Because they only have 5 people. They only have 5 people for the Sinister Six right now. right? So you got Doc Ock, you got
Electro,
Electro, he's Sandman, and Goblin,
Vulture.
Vulture.
Yeah, Scorpion's in there, but he don't have a suit yet.
Nah, we don't. But that could have just been like a, hey, look, guys, we didn't forget about this character. I don't see them actually bringing Scorpion in.
I don't know. We gotta wait and see. Gotta find out. But overall, though, so JW said, I don't know. You know, it's a shocker for him. What do you think? You have something else to add, JW?
Do y'all think they're going to try to add too many people into this Spider-Man movie?
We'll talk about that in 1 second. I'll
Okay.
break that down too. So, what do you think, Cam, about the fact of Venom is going to be in Morbius?
It has to be the end credit scene because you can't put an already established character in a movie with the character that's being introduced. It has to be an end credit scene. They have we know they have Adrian Toome in there, but I don't think we're going to get the Vulture. We're just going to see Adrian Toome.
They have Adrian Toome in there, guy with the Toome forehead.
No, you think about Tombstone.
Okay,
I'm talking about the Vulture from the Spider-Man, from the second Spider-Man jump.
Oh yeah. Okay, Michael Keaton character. Gotcha.
Yeah. He's in there, but you're going to see him. You're not going to see his Vulture character. That's what I think. Because again, this is an introduction movie for a lesser character, not a well-known character. So I think we're going to get some characters, like we're going to get their alter egos, but not the actual character. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we're going to get Adrian Toome, but not Vulture. We're going to get, we may get somebody else. I can't remember Tyrese's character's name, another lesser character. But
Tyrese, Jamie Foxx, Tyrese character.
No, Tyrese is in Morbius.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is in Morbius. Yeah,
I remember that. And the reason, another thing that I like about this, I think we're finally going to get the white spider on Venom's chest. I think we're going to get that at the end of maybe we don't get that until the symbiote switches over to Tom, and then it goes back to Tom Peter, and then it goes back to Eddie. I think that's when we'll get the white symbol on Venom's chest. But I'm looking forward to that.
Gotcha.
But Morbius, we've been getting teased for this movie since the beginning of COVID. I'm just like, at this point, hurry up and put it out.
Didn't they do some reshoots?
I haven't heard anything about research yet. I haven't heard anything about reshoots yet.
Okay. I knew it was some movie they were doing reshoots.
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Yeah, we talking about Doctor Strange. Now, I would say this though, right? Is I'm excited about it, man. I hope they put him in the end credit scenes. You know, Jared Leto, the Doctor, part of Morbius, he made a statement, said, "Who you think I am, Venom?" Right?
No,
obviously,
he goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "I'm Venom," and he shows his fangs and all that shit.
Yeah. So obviously they make it actually a joke, so that's a good thing. So I think they're gonna bring him in. Comment below, let us know your thoughts. If you think they're gonna bring him in, how you think they're gonna bring him in? Really want to know your thoughts on that one. So let us know, right? So this is actually a little fun-filled video here. It talks about Spider-Man and the villains panel. So we're going to get a chance to hear the panel talk.
Hi everyone, I am Tom Holland. You might recognize me as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and I am here to tell you that Spidey's back for an all-new adventure in Spider-Man No Way Home. I know people say this a lot, but I mean it when I say that you're going to see things in this movie that you've never, ever seen before. I'm talking about pumpkin bombs, sandstorms, the multiverse, which, okay, you might have seen them before, but I promise, not like this and not together. Also, Peter Parker is finally heading off to college and the word is out. So yeah, everyone knows that he is Spider-Man. So throw your fan theories out the window. They're probably not true, or are they? And get ready to see one of the most ambitious films we've ever made. An incredible story with lots of heart, laughter, high-flying action, mind-blowing effects, and some insane villains. No Way Home is the culmination of the Homecoming trilogy and the start of a multiverse of possibilities. Now I have the honor of introducing some legends. Please enjoy this exclusive panel with my dear friends, Alfred Molina, Willem Dafoe, and Jamie Foxx. Here.
Oh, that's when Alfred Molina said, I'm doing it for the money.
This is amazing. What excited you most about returning to Spider-Man franchise and reprising these iconic roles?
You know what? I was excited knowing Amy for years, man, and knowing what she's done with this franchise. And she was explaining to me it's going to be hot, you know, and I didn't have to be blue and things like that. As far as my character's concerned, so you're going to be a little more hip and whatever like that. And I get a chance to hang out with these.
What are you looking at?
You told me these incredible thespians. But I mean, to walk on stage and to see these guys, I literally like bow to them, and we just been having a ball.
Willem, how about you?
Willem?
You know, when I heard it, I thought, wow, that's pretty nutty. I got speared pretty good in the first film. But I thought, okay, they can figure out a way to bring me back. But it was really the pitch. And like Jamie, I know Amy's history. She walked me through it. And then John, the director, kind of pitched the whole idea before I read a script. And it sounded like a lot of fun and a good solution. And then when we went deeper into it, I liked the idea that I was returning to something that was same but different. It's a return to something I did before with that kind of history, but there's a spin on it. And
okay,
that appealed to me.
so is that how they're going to do all these characters now? Give a spin to
For me,
things?
it's just about the money.
Alpha Molina said, I needed the bread, bro.
Will
This
and
is
I were
about
kind
the
of
bread.
joshing the other day about how 20 years since his first Green Goblin, 17 years since my first time as Doc Ock, and these are the longest options that a studio has ever exercised on actors. You know, it's like we've been waiting. But it's the material, the pitch was excellent. And to be honest, when the idea was first suggested, my first thought was, hang on, I'm 17 years older, I've got chins, I've got wrinkles, you know, I mean, what are they going to do? And then, of course, I suddenly realized, wait a minute, they've got the technology. This isn't going to be a problem. But it's been very nice to come back to something that is familiar, but at the same time completely new, because the technology has moved on phenomenally since in the last couple of decades, you know, and so that's it's kind of still exciting.
How did it feel to put the costume back on?
You want to know the truth? Nobody knows how uncomfortable those costumes are. But they look good. We are actors. You forget about the discomfort, and you know, it's part of it. But the costumes are much more comfortable than they were before. I remember the initial fitting to create the costume for the Green Goblin. I stood there for 8 hours, and they put different preformed pieces on me. Now they scan me, and they can design it and then make the costume and then try it on me. It's a huge leap in the technology.
Oh, they use 3D. They use 3D
more
printing.
Flexible. We can do more things with it.
That's what it sounds like.
Also, I don't know how much we want to fool with spoilers, but
we love spoilers.
The look's a little different. Old Norman and the Goblin are further down the line, and they have a few more tricks up their sleeve.
The Goblins look different
not
now.
An exact. There have been upgrades on the costume, let's say.
Alfred, how about you?
Yeah, well, the main difference between that film and this one is that the tentacles are all kind of CG now. They'll all be superimposed on me at a later date. Whereas in the original movie, they were mechanical, and I had them attached to me, and we had puppeteers working them and stuff. So that's the big difference. But it's just a great story. It's a wonderful world to be in. You know, it's we're having, if I say so myself, we're having a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Jamie?
I'm happy we got a brand new start, a brand new look.
It's like all of them get brand new looks.
Look, man, I didn't care. I was just happy to be in this wonderful chorus, and it was like you said, it was sort of like 2 or 3 hours or whatever like that. But with this new is fly. The homies is like, okay, we get you now. You know, when I was blue, they still roll with me. But, okay, you're blue. But with this one,
He's you blue.
It just feels more comfortable, and I think it feels more today, modern. Like, not trying so hard. Like I sort of related to R&B back in the day. In R&B, you used to have fringes on your outfit, and and like shoulder pads and things like that. Now
Alpha Molina's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Just sing.
Yeah.
What do you like most about portraying a villain?
The thing about grounded villains is that, and this is what's so wonderful about the villains in the Marvel universe, if you like, is that so many of them become villains almost reluctantly, almost in spite of themselves. You know, an accident happens or some terrible tragedy and it transforms them. And that's what makes them very playable, because it's not just mustache twirling. There's some real depth to it, and that's what makes them interesting. I mean, in a lesser environment, us as villains, we would just be functionaries. We would just be there to, you know, get the plot going. Yeah. But here we've got real storylines. We've got where they are real people, and so you know it's
Green Goblin has a case to state this time.
Yeah,
he's trying to make his case, a philosophy of life. It's not just about some kind of abstract muscle twirling power grab. It's about.
Are you suggesting I'm a mustache twirling power grab? Now look here, I'm classically trained.
But now a tricky one. Which villain is the most terrifying?
Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy because, like I said, we've just been watching Willem, and it seems personal. because with Electro, it's like Electro and us. It's to the world. The world did me wrong.
Why would it seem personal for Willem if Toby's not there?
All the way back to Shakespeare. When something is personal, and that either that jealous thing, there's nothing that can beat that. No matter what costume you put on, no matter what you say. So when he speaks, he has the power, and I think you really. But I'm being right though. It'd be different if I was blowing. Like here's the thing. But if I was blowing, but here's the thing. But if I was blowing smoke, he'd know it. Here's the thing. It's personal, and anytime you can get a character to be personal in the movie, it has the most weight. So.
CCXP is a fan event. Is there anything you would like to say to your Brazilian fans?
Well, I mean, if I may speak purely for myself, I think there is, at some level, because we're professional people, there is some level where we don't want to let them down. You know, we want to give them something that is going to be worth their while. But the fact that a huge percentage of the audience are comic book fans who know this world, they love the detail, they love the kind of the inside baseball of it all. I think that's important to us as well, because you know we don't want to disappoint that side of the storytelling either. And so I think it's a sort of symbiotic relationship, really. You know, they give us the chance to give them what they want, and that's I gotta tell you, it's just so much fun.
Whoa, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ta-da! I showed up. That was us seeing ourselves, right? So, what you guys think, right? Of the villain panel.
I saw that interview already.
Okay. So, what did you think?
First
You
time
saw
I
the
saw
first
it.
time.
It was. I mean, it was amazing to see. Like, it was crazy to hear how they talked about like how uncomfortable those costumes were, and then you have to think about what they were doing throughout those movies. Like Alfred Molina said that those things were on his back, and he had puppeteers like shooting at. Like that had to have been crazy.
Yeah,
so, that was weird.
One of my takeaways is that we found out, you know, spoiler alert, is that Green Goblin's gonna get his suit's gonna be modified, so it's not the same Green Goblin suit that we've seen before.
And here's what you remember in the trailer when we saw that one Goblin flying, we was like, bro, that has to be Andrew Garfield's Goblin. That's Andrew Garfield's Goblin. That's Willem Dafoe in a hood.
You mean that's Tom McGuire's guard?
No. So remember, we saw.
When we said that was so that might have been him with the upgraded modified suit.
It's Willem Dafoe. The part he has a hood, so it's purple and green, and that's what that was. It wasn't him flying in the typical Goblin suit. That was him flying like without the suit, no helmet, no cowl, just a hood on the glider.
Okay. What do you think, JW?
It's got me more hyped for it. I really enjoyed that that interview. Learned a lot that I didn't know, and they seem like really down to earth sort of people, and they seem like they really enjoyed, you know, playing those characters, which is always a good thing, especially going into a movie, you know, like this. You want the actors to do their best, and the only way they're going to do their best is if they really love what they're doing. And it's, you know, I sort of feel the love whenever, you know, they're talking about it.
That's true. You know what? I do have in the notes. So comment below, let us know. I mean, I'm excited about Spider-Man. I think there's a lot of things going on. I really love this interview because I got a really huge feel for these characters and the appreciation they have for this actual movie. They seem like they're very excited about playing these characters over and doing what they actually did before. So that's exciting to me. Comment below, let us know what you actually thought about the interview. How did you actually like it? Really want to know your thoughts. JW did actually pull out a final trailer for Spider-Man, but the thing is though that's actually not the right one. Screen Culture does concept art. They actually did not have a final trailer for it. We should be able to get the final trailer for it tomorrow or Tuesday. What do you got? What do you think about that, Cam? Getting the final trailer? I mean, JW. What do you think about getting the final trailer Tuesday or Monday?
My thing
what's that face you gave again?
Who's that?
Cam just gave a face. He just gave a face. Put his face all in it.
Oh no, I was scratching. I was scratching my leg.
Scratch your leg.
My thing is, why do they need another trailer, especially this close? I mean, just leave it alone. You're gonna show too much, and then.
Nah, I don't think with this one. I don't think there's not such thing as showing too much with this one. I think with this movie, it's going to be so much. There's going to be so much. It's going to touch on so much on many different aspects. Like, I don't think you can show too much with this one. You know,
possibly
because
not.
there's,
look, and the funniest thing is that I tell people all the time. If you have something going on the 17th, you might want to reschedule it. Right? This is Spider-Man coming out. Everybody and their mamas are going to see the Spider-Man movie. What you gotta say?
But still, I mean, why do they really need another trailer? You know, like one day before it comes out.
You need to encourage us to go back, keep buying tickets to go see it.
Shoot,
they want to reach. They want to reach $1 billion. You ready to talk about this $1 billion thing?
Sounds like to me they don't need nobody else to come. I mean, shoot, they've already got a lot of people. They don't need nobody else.
Yeah, but they don't have enough because reports show that they're not going to be in China. You know, China is the second largest movie theater, movie consumption area, and they're not with Spider-Man: Far From Home was not going to be in China. What do you think about that, JW?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I thought they were going to be in China with this one.
Nope. So they're not going to actually be in China, and so that's really going to hold them back from making that $1 billion, right?
That means there's a reason. There's a reason for it. Because sometimes in movies, if there's something in the movie and there's certain things that China they don't allow, like they won't allow you to depict anything like with the devil on it,
right?
And so I don't know. So that makes it kind of makes me think like, what's in this movie that China's like, no, Mephisto.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like Namor.
Oh,
that's it, guys. I'm out. All right. See you later, CNA geekers.
No. Like, listen. The thing I want to say though, for real, is that I believe this movie still can make $1 billion, even with what they're going to do here domestically. There's only been one movie has ever done it the whole time it's actually been out. I forget what the name of it is, but John Kemp said it in his show. There's only one movie technically that has made over $1 billion. Domestically only, and with other, I don't think it's Titanic. I think it's a different one, right? But just the fact of them trying to make $1 billion, do you guys think they're gonna make $1 billion?
That's pushing it. I think
they.
What's the number you give? What's the number they're gonna make?
I can't come up with an exact number, but I don't think it'll be $1 billion.
What you think, Cam?
I think they're gonna hit it. I think they're gonna hit $1 billion. Most definitely. Just because the hype on this movie has been so crazy.
Crazy. I'm talking about crazy. It's like back in the day, for anybody of 37-year-old, it's been real. It's been what they call it, insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cam, he read it. He get tired of hearing them more. All right, listen. One last topic we're going to talk about real quick before we go is that Tom Hollands did an interview with Holiday Reporters, and he talks about his GQ conversation where he says if he's still playing Spider-Man after 30, he did something wrong, right? Everybody remember that conversation, correct?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So
But I think
obviously
that's
that was
ridiculous.
actually that was actually misquoted. G. Crew misquoted him. He clarified on his actual interview he had, explaining that what he was saying is that if he wanted to make sure that people younger than him can still have an opportunity to play the character, but he's okay with playing the character past however long Sony and Marvel need him, because they understand they're actually doing different stages, and he's super willing to play the character even after he's 30. What do you think about that, Cam? About Spider-Man or Tom Holland officially saying, "Hey, I still want to play this character"?
I mean, there's so many storylines that Peter Parker is a part. Just 616 Peter Parker is a part of. And I mean, why wouldn't you want to continue that? I mean, would you really want to start Spider-Man all over again? I mean, why not keep? I mean, because
why? No, the key question is why does the fans want to see a reboot Spider-Man? Hell no. I've seen enough. I don't want Spider-Man to be the Batman of the world, right? How many times have we seen a reboot of Batman?
Thank you.
Lost count.
Thank you.
Right. I don't want to see a reboot. You didn't give me a reboot of Captain America. You didn't give me a rebooted Iron Man. You didn't, or you did Thor. I mean, Incredible Hulk twice actually, but you didn't give me a rebooted Thor. Nick Fury, you didn't reboot. You still got Nick Fury playing movies hard and strong, right? So why try to reboot this character? I think this is the stupidest thing in the world, right?
There's so many. There's so many.
How many Supermans have we seen?
There's so many storylines that can be explored with Peter Parker, like with Venom just coming into the MCU. I mean, that's like Venom and Spider-Man is like 3 movies by themselves, and then you have Spider-Man and Kraven the Hunter. That's 3 movies by themselves, like at least 3 movies by themselves. Like it's so much that can be done with Peter Parker and his storyline that it'd be ridiculous to start over at this point.
Now, to answer your question, we've seen 3 Supermans. Yeah, we've seen 3, but we got 3 more. We have 2 more on this way. No, we've actually seen more than 3. Think about the TV shows: Lois and Clark, Dean.
Yeah.
Thinking about now Tyler, right? Playing Superman. You know, we've seen a lot of iterations of Superman. You know, like Marvel does it right. Okay, they keep you the character, they keep you invested into this character. Don't give us no extra characters. I don't waste my time, right? Giving us a whole nother. Let Tom Holland play it till as long as he wants, and then if you don't stop playing it, recruit one that's older than him or look like him that continues on the story. Don't go backwards, right?
But even then, there's many different types of Spider-Man that they can go into, especially with the multiverse opening up now.
Give us a Miles Morales as a young boy. That's what I want to watch, right?
Exactly. No,
don't give me a Peter Parker.
Next.
Give me Miles Morales. Right? Give me Miles Morales. I'm cool with seeing Miles Morales, right? Let's grow up with him for a minute, right? I'm cool with that. But don't give me this whole other character.
With the multiverse opening up, I think there's the live action Miles Morales movie is. I guarantee you, we get the announcement for that by the end of February.
You think so?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. So what you think, JW?
I think so. I agree with y'all. I think because even if they get done with Peter Parker, you could still bring in like Ben Reilly or somebody like that. There's all kinds of stuff they could do.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Comment below. Let us know what you think about Tom Holland. Say he's going to play Spider-Man until Sony and the MCU or Disney says no. Comment below. Let us know your thoughts. We really want to see it. I was going to look at this interview too. I might check this interview out just one-on-one. I don't know. But comment below. Let us know. By the way, that's the show. We had a lot more topics that we want to talk about. But the biggest thing is that we need to go. All 3 of us are tired. We've had long days. We have long weeks. We got to go. Jonathan got to get to work in the morning. I have to get to work in the morning. And Cam got to get ready for his extracurricular activities coming through his way, right? But with that being said, hey, JW, how can they find you?
Facebook, Jonathan Spain.
If you want to look for him, he doesn't want to be found. But check it out. Make sure you guys check out his article reviews he does on comics. I need to get with him so you can post it on other platforms too as well. Definitely do that too as well. Cam, how they can find you, brother?
IG, y'all, right there. You see the name, Big and Nerdy. big_and_nerdy on IG. Stop by. I love talking to people. I love meeting new people, man. Let's chop it up.
And make sure you come by and see me. You can find me on CNA Glenn on Twitter, and we can talk on there too as well. Cam, let them know what's going on, brother.
Man, I don't know why I gotta keep saying this. If y'all haven't done it, you slacking. But go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that bell so you're notified when we drop a video or we go live. Glenn, how many fingers you got for him, baby?
2. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.
Complete nerve authority.